Welcome to Rock Buzz. The Grateful Dead just pulled off something almost unthinkable in today's rock world. Nearly 50 years after its release, Blues for Allah has surged back into the Billboard charts. Thanks to a 50th anniversary deluxe reissue, sales have spiked by more than 40,000 copies in a single week, a 400,000% jump that pushed this 1975 album back into the Billboard 200 at number 81. That's half a century later, competing head-to-head with brand new releases. The record also landed in the top 10 of multiple charts, from top album sales to vinyl albums, proving that the Dead's legacy can still outpace many of today's rock acts. Back in 1975, the Grateful Dead were coming off a self-imposed touring hiatus, which lasted a year. After years of constant road work, they regrouped in Bob Weir's home studio with no songs prepared, determined to build an album from the ground up. Jerry Garcia described it as a rule: nobody brought in pre-written material. The music would be created together in a room. What emerged was their most experimental studio record, Blues for Allah, leaning into jazz rock improvisation with Middle Eastern scales and lyrical themes drawn from the moment. The title track was inspired by the assassination of King Faisal of Saudi Arabia, a surreal, mournful meditation on violence and peace. Tracks like Help on the Way, Slipknot, and Franklin's Tower showcased complex arrangements paired with a simple message of hope. The Music Never Stopped became a staple of Dead shows for decades, while songs like Crazy Fingers revealed a contemplative side. Instrumentals like King Solomon's Marbles and Sage and Spirit prove the Dead were as adventurous in the studio as they were on stage. When it was released in September 1975, Blues for Allah surprised many, but struck a chord with fans. It rose to number 12 on the Billboard album charts, their highest position up to that point, and it stayed in the top 20 for 13 weeks. Over time, it became a cult favorite among Deadheads, admired for capturing the spirit of improvisation in a studio setting. The new deluxe edition offered fans nearly 2 hours of unreleased recordings, soundcheck jams from 1975, live Tower Theater performances from 1976, and freshly restored audio from the original master tapes. Add in the 180-gram vinyl, picture discs, and exclusive color pressings, complete with the original lyric sheets, and it became a collector's dream. Deadheads, who already fuel the wildly successful Dave Picks live album series, mobilized as soon as the reissue was announced. Social media filled with unboxings, vinyl spins, and discussions of the remastered surround mix. And this is part of a larger pattern where legacy acts are reclaiming the charts with anniversary editions. The Beatles' Let It Be and White Album both re-entered the Billboard 200 in the top 10 on their 50th anniversaries. Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Fleetwood Mac, and Queen have all seen reissues ignite sales spikes. But the Grateful Dead are unique. They've turned their archive into a living, breathing business, with fans eager to buy every new vault release. That's why a 50-year-old album can suddenly outsell new rock bands struggling to break through today. Rock may not dominate the mainstream as it once did, but its past carries enormous weight. Fans crave authenticity, history, and a physical connection to the music. Heritage acts like the Dead can deliver that in a way newer bands rarely can. At the same time, the dynamic shows the challenge for modern rock bands to build a kind of community and devotion that keeps their music alive across generations. Blues for Allah is more than just a chart comeback. It's proof that music with depth and vision can endure far beyond its moment. In 1975, the Dead took a risk and reinvented themselves. In 2025, the reward is clear. Their music never stopped, and 50 years later, it still has the power to surprise the world. Now more than ever, there is a ton of fake rock news, either clickbait or completely made up. and it's just going to get worse. Here at Rock Buzz, we deal with just the facts. If you want a trusted source for your rock news, make sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's going to do it for now. We thank you for watching Rock Buzz.